Hi, this is Kevin Quigley, and welcome to Tarot Off the Cuff. After more than 30 years of working with the tarot, Barbara Moore has learned that she still loves dancing with it. As she studies and works and reads with the cards, she's discovering that she loves to internalize its wisdom as much as possible, so that you can bring it with you, whether you have a deck of cards or not.
Hi guys, this is Barbara Moore, and I'm here with another video for Tarot Off the Cuff. Today, I was feeling a little bit off today. Well, I still am actually feeling a little bit off, and I was trying to decide what of the various activities on my to-do list I felt like doing. And this one seemed like a good choice. There's nothing really wrong. Nothing specific is wrong. Just feeling kind of weird, and might use the cards to help maybe give me something to think about and maybe shed some light on the situation. So we'll see what happens. So the deck I'm going to be using is called the World Spirit Tarot. The artist is Lauren O'Leary, and the little booklet was by Jessica Godino. And Llewellyn published this many years ago, and then it went out of print. And that made me very sad because it was one of my favorite decks for a really long time. Like, I was totally devoted to that deck forever. She re-released it and replaced some of the cards. Let's just draw one. Oh, how very interesting. Okay, so this card, the Hierophant. And how surprising one might think that this card would come up when the seeker was looking for comfort. But more than comfort, remember, I was looking for some guidance and some clarity into what's going on with me. And the Hierophant now, and what's fun about it being picked for this particular venue, Tarot Off the Cuff, where I get to talk about the card any way I want to, is the Hierophant is one of my favorite cards to talk about. So in a way, I guess this was an answer to my seeking, because it will allow me to talk about something I like to talk about and I feel confident and comfortable talking about. And maybe, because it's something I have thought about a bit, maybe you'll find something useful in it too, and it just won't be the ramblings of someone who's kind of lost and just feeling their way around. Well, we'll see, because what would be super cool too is, while I'm talking, if I come up with a new insight that's new to me, because doesn't it happen with you guys? Like, you just start talking about something and you're not quite sure where you're going, you're just following an idea, and then suddenly you talk your way into something that's kind of brilliant and you hadn't really thought that before. Now, one of the things, when people are working with a specific deck, I think it's important to bring in some of the actual imagery and not just the meaning for the card that's in my head. So, but I will get to that in a minute, because I want to, I think, lay a little bit of a foundation of what I think about the Hierophant. Okay, so the Hierophant. The Hierophant is not loved by many people who play with the tarot cards. And that makes sense, because the Hierophant, sometimes called the Pope, has come to represent institutionalized or ritualized practice or learning or education. In the name to us implies a hierarchy. Someone is above you, they teach you, they tell you what to do, you do what they say. And that, especially people who find their way to tarot, generally don't like to be told what to do. And they especially don't like to be told what to do if they don't believe in the thing or the reason for doing the thing. So I can see why a lot of people don't like it, but similarly to how our modern culture is expressing the archetype, like, of the emperor in an unhealthy way, people come to associate the emperor with all these negative traits, because the archetype that is in our face, in our reality, tends to most often be negative. So we neglect to remember that most of the, or that the emperor has positive qualities, and that's the ideal that we hope to shoot for, and what we would wish that our leaders would shoot for. But anyway, so the Hierophant, religious leaders, spiritual leaders, cult leaders have, and often rightly so, kind of a bad rap. And so people come to tarot because they're looking for something alternative, something different. And the Hierophant or the Pope comes to represent everything that we've left, everything that made us feel oppressed or not valued, or tried to control us in ways that we didn't think was appropriate. So, but what the Hierophant really is, because the Hierophant, well, oh boy, I should have, well, how could I review my Greek words when I didn't know this was the card that was coming up? So I might get some of these details wrong, but the general ideas are still what I believe, and that's what you're getting in this video, what I believe, right? So one of the things is, it's either the root word of the word Hierophant or Pope that means bridge, something that connects two things. So one of the things I think of this card is, it is a way of connecting what you believe with what you do. There should be a connection between those, and that's what this card represents. The Hierophant also is a revealer of the Greek. Now this, I'm pretty sure I remember properly. Hierophant comes from the Greek to reveal, and to show the mysteries, reveal the mysteries. So really the Hierophant is someone who isn't there to obfuscate or control. Remember, in the ideal, if you try to think of what the ideal archetype of a Hierophant would be, you wouldn't think it was someone who's trying to control you or trying to make you participate in rituals or ceremonies that are dead or meaningless to you. So a true Hierophant is someone who is going to help you walk your talk. So to me, the Hierophant is the person, the institution, the set of practices, the whatever you use or do to help you take your values and ideals that you hold in your mind and your heart, and to express them in your daily life with every action, every word, every thought, everything that is within your own control to do to help keep yourself in line and pointing toward your highest ideals. So I don't necessarily think that the Hierophant is a person or an institution, although it can be. Like I said, sometimes we forget, especially for solitary practitioners, that our Hierophant, our personal Hierophant, because that's all we have, we don't have an external Hierophant, is comprised of how we structure our spiritual / sometimes emotional life, intellectual life. It all plays in together, doesn't it? Yeah, so okay, so that's my general idea. I only have a few minutes to wrap this up. Okay, so let's look at this image again. I'm assuming there's going to be one on the screen next to me, so you can look at it along with me. So this Hierophant is, okay, so yeah, so this Hierophant, he is very powerful and very domineering. It kind of looks like the negative aspect of the Hierophant that I was describing. But if we take a little different view of the card and don't think of that person as someone outside of you, but the part of you that helps you direct your own inner spiritual path and to align your spiritual values with your behavior. Well, wow. So what's this guy saying? Well, you can see these two, well, sometimes they're shown as students. These don't necessarily look like students to me, but worshipers almost. And they do seem to have kind of well, it's very submissive posture and almost a fearful aura about them, while this person representing the Hierophant is he doesn't necessarily look malicious, but he doesn't look very benevolent. Um, and he is confident to be there. Okay, so what is going on in here? What maybe the questions to ask ourselves is, oh, so in this case, maybe the expectations, maybe the inner expectations, our inner hierophants. With a card like this, we might be encouraged to see in what ways are your practices holding you hostage. And this is super interesting too, because in the Rider-Waite cards, the devil card is a fun one to talk about because it connects really deeply and interestingly to the Magician, the Lovers, and the Hierophant. And he's, you can see him as a mockery of the Hierophant because he has his hands up and he's holding a torch, just like this guy in this card is, and he has the two people before them. And so a Hierophant, even though the purpose or the stated purpose, the intention might be good. Here are your values, but maybe you're using those values to bludgeon yourself, to punish yourself, to say you're not living up to your own expectations, and don't you feel crappy about that? Whew. Yeah, sometimes I do. So sometimes our inner hierophants can be in reverse or be in shadow and be kind of almost like a Saturnian presence in our lives, kind of scolding us and telling us, that's not right, you're not good enough. But in those cases, if we find that going on within ourselves, it can be helpful then to say, well, inner hierophant, you're kind of shadowy right now. Let's kind of shine some light and see what's going on here. Why are you freaking out? Why are you panicking? Why are you trying to make me do this thing that is supposed to edify me, but it's really tearing me down? And then get into a dialogue with that Hierophant and within yourself and find out, where's that coming from? What's motivating that aspect of yourself? And maybe find some healing and help that inner part of yourself feel more comfortable so that you can get back to the more edifying type inner hierophanting rather than the destructive type. Whew. I hope that made sense and wasn't too terribly convoluted. It made a lot of sense in my head, so this time together has really helped me out, and I, as soon as I'm done talking to you, I'm going to go dialogue with my inner hierophant and find out what the heck is going on. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Again, this is Barbara Moore with Tarot Off the Cuff. Bye now.
Hey, this is Kevin.
Hi, this is Nooch.
Thanks for watching.
If you like what you saw, please hit a thumbs up and subscribe. You'll know when new ones are coming. And share with your friends.
We'll see you soon.